This is Lights, Camera, Action. I am Alicia Cottrell, and this is DuQuan Clarke, and this is episode 8. All right, so DuQuan. I don't like calling you DuQuan. Can I call you Quan?
Yes.
All right, good. So Quan is an actor, and I met him on the set of Against All Odds.
Yes.
Which is coming out on April 15th.
Yes,
On
please.
all your streaming, Tubi, Amazon Prime, and other places. We'll update y'all soon. Mm-hmm. And let's see. What was one of the first things, one of the first people you told, who was one of the first people you told whenever you got the role?
It was actually my mom.
Your mom.
My mom. I kind of kept it a secret from her because, all my life I was always into TV. Mm-hmm. Like, ever since it was like The Heat of the Night and Law and Order.
You old school.
Yeah, I used to grow up with like my grandparents like at their house, and like my mom, she used to work, so that's all I really know was TV. You know, and I used to like know the theme songs. I used to know like the lines. Then when it came to like movies, like 90s movies was my thing. So it was like Boys in the Hood, Men's Society, Love Jones was one of them. Dead Presidents. I'm a big fan of Lorenz Tate. That's like my idol.
Okay. Dead Presidents. I have not heard that in so long.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. And so you played who on Against All Odds?
I played the role as Ty.
Ty.
Yeah, I played the role as Ty. Ty is really not the protagonist of the story, but he gives the antagonist a hard time. And I feel like I stepped in that role where it was like I got to go real hard on him. You know what I'm saying? It's not big brother in him. It's just like, all right, now I got to step my game up now.
Right.
This is my first film. I want to nail this. And like when I got the role and I seen the script, I was like, okay, I can do this.
Right. So you mentioned that's your first role. How did you even get to the point where you was like, I want to do it? How did that come about?
So first, it was me just playing around with my friends, and like I just know different movies and the dialect. Like I know how to act it out. I know how to characterize it out. Like people would tell me to do Friday. You know, they'll tell me to do Men's Society. And one day it was during quarantine, and he's like, we should do a TikTok. And this is what everybody was doing, a whole voiceover TikTok, just making fun of it. And I was like, you know what? I want to do my favorite actor. I want to do Lorenz Tate when he did Men's Society, and he was in the car and going after the killers that killed Kane's, cousin. And I saw it from my own eyes. I was like, dog, I can do that. So yeah.
Okay, well let's see it.
Oh, so we're driving in the car and everything. Hey, you know what, nigga? You acting like a little bitch right now. You acting real paranoid and shit. Now these motherfuckers that smoked your goddamn cousin in front of you, nigga. You showing them in his face and everything, and you ain't gonna do shit. You letting that shit ride right now. I ain't letting that shit ride. We gonna go out here and we gonna smoke all these motherfuckers. God damn it. Is you down,
Sorry.
nigga? But
that was good.
Yeah.
I thought you was about to freeze up, but I'm like, damn, I feel like I'm being fussed at.
Nah.
And I know the movie.
Yeah.
That was good. You did good.
Yeah. And Men's Society, I actually grew up with that movie. Like, it was really no cartoons really in my house.
Right.
In my household. Like, I didn't know what cartoons was since I was like 9 years old. So from 3 all the way to like 8, I just knew Boys in the Hood. You know what I'm saying? Just 90s movies just going on and on, because that's just how I grew up.
Right. Damn. Okay.
It goes into details. It's just like my father was one of those father figures. He just wanted me to teach life is a reality. It's not a cartoon.
Right.
This is nothing that you can just reset and restart like it's a game.
Right.
You just wanted me to teach that.
That's something as far as, like you say, you were young, right? So to have that told to you by, by your dad and being able to understand that life ain't gonna always be like this. It ain't gonna always be a game, so you might as well, dang, that's crazy. Yeah. But you did good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. So I do have some questions for you, but we just kind of go, just gonna go around them a little bit. So, let's see. What was your biggest fear before you stepped on the set of your first time?
My biggest fear was really not really having confidence in myself. I mean, I'm not the type of person to post on social media. I don't really post like pictures or videos or anything. And I mean, just getting into acting, it's just like I'm starting to kind of like get out there and get open with myself. Cause I always been like a closed shell.
Right. I can't see that in you though.
I mean, now, yeah. I mean, you see me in person. I would get on anybody, social media, Snapchat, Instagram Live, Facebook Live. I get in there and act a fool.
Right.
If it's mine, I can't do it. Cause I just don't know how I look.
Right. Because when you did your first role, I'm like, you really know what you. I thought you knew. I didn't think that was your first time. You really did good.
And I remember y'all told me that. I
Yeah.
definitely remember y'all told me that. And it was like, wow, for real? Like, I just be kind of like joking around, And I remember you telling me, he was like, you did this before.
Right.
I was like, for real?
Right. And you knew your lines.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Okay. All right. So, what was one thing about acting that was harder than you expected?
Remembering the lines. Remember the lines. Yeah. Like, I would get my lines and I would read it and I would sit down and I was like, like it's me, but I know how I talk.
Right.
Like I have a different slang, so I know I'm gonna slur a couple words, but I know I have a different way of rehearsing my lines. Like I will shut everything complete off in the house, and I would literally stare at the wall and just cut everything out and just act like I'm right there, because I don't want because this is like I don't want cameras in front of me. I want to visualize nothing's in front of me. I want to do this.
Were you nervous at any point in time when you were on set?
The first scene that I ever got, I was pretty nervous. I was definitely pretty nervous. The first scene that y'all gave me was Against All Odds, which comes out April 15th.
April 15th.
On Tubi and Prime and other platforms. The first scene, I was like, all right, this is for real. This is no game.
Right.
You got this, Quan. All right, you can practice this. Let's do it. And it's like, froze. I was like, you did this before. So I was like, all right, calm down, breathe, get my mind right. All right. And we just went with it.
Right. Good. And I know while we on set, a lot of times it's hard to stay in character. We can be messing up lines and like all over the place, and Quan just sitting there like, when y'all ready? Like, I'm tired of y'all. He just sitting there. We dying laughing. He be sitting there like, okay, well, whenever y'all ready again, I'm ready. So that's hard because I'm a laugher. All right, so I have a couple of questions and I want you to give me the answers right off the bat, okay? You ready?
There you go.
All right. If you could work with any actor, who would it be?
Lorenz Tate.
What's your dream film or TV show to be a part of?
It would be Ms. Society.
All right. If you could play any historical or fictional character, who would it be?
Old Dog.
Old Dog. Do you see acting as a long-term career?
Yes.
If you could go back to your first audition, what would you tell yourself?
Stay confident.
There you go. All right, good job. Okay, cool. Do you have any questions for me?
Nah, I really don't.
You don't. Okay. So I know you want to continue your career in acting, right? And probably venture out to all types of other things. Cause you, what's that?
Okay.
Yeah, you gave me the.
Hey, it's all right. One question. What inspired you to act?
What inspired me to act? Oh, I don't think we have enough time. But at work, I met somebody. And that person is Derek Holly of Dust House Films. And so I've never really been around nobody who even was as creative. So when I found out he was producing movies and in movies and stuff like that, I'm like, wait a minute. I know I want to do it, but I never had the confidence. Never had the confidence. So I was just playing around and I'm like, hey, when you gonna let me be in your movie? He was like, whenever you ready. Mm-hmm. But then instead of me being in the movie, I started writing. Right. So I wrote, my first one is called Condemn. It's on Tubi.
Definitely.
And Amazon Prime. And then the second one is called Vivid. It's on.
I seen that.
It's on Tubi. It's on Amazon Prime. And
another one I seen. Ask About a Friend.
Asking for a Friend.
Asking for a
that
Friend,
is also on
That's
Tubi.
definitely on Tubi.
Yeah, that's right. And Amazon Prime. So yeah, that's what I did. And so now I'm just starting to dibble and dabble in the front of the camera. Just because I'm being behind the camera, I feel like I'm like critiquing, and it's easier to critique from behind the camera versus in the front. So I'm like, I know what I want to see, but then getting in front of it and trying to do it is something totally different.
I'm gonna tell you this. The person that got me to doing, film and everything was, Derek Holly's cousin, Tyus Hopkins. Shout out to my boy. I asked him one day, and I was like, because he does paintings and everything. He's an artist. And I was like, man, I want to do something. I want to do something. You know what I'm saying? I just want to do something. And he remembered me from school because we went to high school together.
Okay.
And he was like, you should try the acting thing. I was like, the acting thing, I was just funny. I was just doing that just because Friday, y'all just wanted to laugh. He was like, nah. Derek Holly, this is my cousin. Like, he got his own film production. I was like, okay, just put me in touch with him. So, he gave me contact. And I hit him up. And Derek, busy man. He sent me the flyer. He's like, yeah, you gotta get a face shot. You gotta get introduction video and everything, email. I was like, look, that's too many steps. So, that's too many steps. Look, I'm gonna just do this. We already on friends on Facebook. I'm gonna just call you and I'm gonna just bug you. And I just like, look, I just wanna work. You know what I'm saying? I just wanna work. Cause like I said, I'm not comfortable getting in front of the camera of myself. You know what I'm saying? I can't just sit here and just, no, I can't do it.
And I am the total opposite.
I can't do it. I'll flip that camera and be like, hey,
right, show everybody else.
I'll show everybody else having a good time, but me. So, kept calling him. Finally, he reached back. He was like, okay, I got your information. Yeah, I guess he got tired of me and everything. He's like, I got your information, bro. You know what I'm saying? You ain't got to bug me like that. I was like, oh, yeah, he got tired of me. But I love how Derek seen that I had the work ethic and I want to work and everything. You know what I'm saying? I come from a place where, and I used to be in the Army.
Okay.
Yeah, I used to be in the Army. And work ethic is just like, all right, cool. When I need you, execute. All right, cool. Just send me a strip. Send me the directions, I'm there. So that's how it came about with me and acting.
Yeah. Wow. And I can say anytime we hit you up and you're available, you show up.
Yeah, I seen y'all the schedule and everything.
Yeah. And when we say we need a certain amount of changes for wardrobe, you be ready. He be ready. Y'all.
I come with three, four outfits.
He be digging. What y'all need? All right, he be ready, y'all, and he is very, very reliable.
No.
So, to continue your career, how can people contact you?
Instagram, pay_honcho. And Facebook, my regular name, DuQuan, DuQuan, Clarke. You know, that's on the Facebook. I don't have a Twitter. I don't, you know what I'm saying? I don't do Twitter like that. Snapchat, don't really be on Snapchat like that. So, I mean, it just, you know, when you see me, you know? Just give me a holler. You know, I'm more of a direct line type person. You know what I'm saying? You got to get in contact with me. You got to know me for me. And I mean, with the brand, I have that I have too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Let me see what that is.
It's paid.
Oh, okay.
Paid is an acronym. It's almost like how Thug Life is with Tupac. It stands for Pursuing All Impossible Dollar.
Okay.
Yeah. I come from a whole family tree of hustlers. And they like, even from my mama.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Coming from a single mother, raising 2 kids, she was like, look, this is what we gotta do. I gotta go out here and get it for my kids. And I always took that and I ran with it.
Wow.
Yeah. And I mean, I have my clothing brand, my own Met Lead team. Shout out to the boys, champions of 2024. Yeah.
Okay, cool. You have anything that you can show, or where they can see your merchandise?
Merch is coming up in the summer.
Okay.
So we're definitely coming up, but as far as like the Met Lead, it's definitely gonna come up. And I talked to Derek, you know what I'm saying, about doing a sports documentary about these boys, cause these boys have real raw talent.
Okay.
I'm talking about, like, I have literally seen 2 of my players go to be Harlem Globetrotters. I have seen one of my players go to be a pro-am player under the Miami Heat.
Wow.
And I feel good about it.
Right.
Because I feel like I gave back. And I mean, that's one thing about my brand. I want to give back to the community. You know, I want to give back to the people that's pursuing something in life.
Right.
Yeah.
That's good. That's good. And if you don't mind me asking, how old are you?
I'm 30.
30. And you're a young guy, young black guy, who has good, positive things going for him.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
And you say you were in the Army. How old were you when you joined the Army?
I was a young whippersnapper. I was 18. I was fresh out of high school. But I learned a lot just going through that. I learned just the discipline, you know what I'm saying, order, and just knowing how to execute and getting the task done.
Okay, good. I like to see that. I like to see black men positive doing something. So continue that.
Thank you.
And is there anything else you want to tell the viewers?
Hey, go out and see Against All Odds on April 15th on Tubi and Prime and other platforms.
That's right. And with that being said, that will wrap up Lights, Camera, Action.
Lights out.
What did you say?
Hey, cool. Are you rude?
This is Lights, Camera, Action, episode 8. When is he supposed to do that? No. He like, so. We gonna edit that out. We wanna start over. It's hot. Why is it so? Is it just me?
Yes. Yes.